Morning, Callaghan. Welcome to the Vice-Chancellor's Campus Welcome and your Welcome Week Expo, one of the biggest, boldest and most exciting moments of the year here at the University of Newcastle. My name is Nicole Crean and I'm a current student here at the University of Newcastle, studying a Bachelor of Media and Communication, majoring in Public Relations. I am also a program representative for my degree and the President of the Media and Communication Club. It is such a pleasure to be here with you all today as we officially welcome you to semester and trimester 1 of 2026. Firstly, let's give a round of applause to the incredible performer who kicked things off for us this morning, Lockie G. Lockie G was a finalist in our DJ comp at Callaghan campus in 2017 and 2018, and he's been making headway in the music industry as an emerging artist. We are so lucky to have such talented students right here in our university community, and if this is anything to go by, Welcome Week is already off to an amazing start. Now, you might have noticed there's a lot happening around you today. Classes, expo stalls, activities, music, food, giveaways, clubs, services, and plenty of chances to meet new people. Today is all about connection, community, and finding your place at university. We have some fantastic speakers joining us shortly who are here to officially welcome you and share their insights and experiences. Before we begin the official welcome, it is my absolute pleasure to invite current student and proud Darkin young man from the Central Coast, Jack Chambers, to provide an acknowledgement of country, followed by Yidaki performance. Please join me in welcoming Jack Chambers.
Walambawan Nurabayan, Yadababangal Nayagar, Jack Chambers, Darkanang Awokaguri. Hello everyone, good morning. My name's Jack Chambers and I'm a very proud and strong Darkanang and Awokaguri man. My goodness, what a lovely day we have been presented with. I absolutely love it. We've got food, we've got music, we've got sexy people, myself included, and yourself included of course. Hope everyone has a fabulous day. Chat to some people, get something to eat, learn something new. That's what today's all about, learning new things and making some great connections. Behind me there are some great clubs. You can go chat to the wonderful people there, you can go join them, you can do whatever the heck you like. But I hope everyone has an absolutely fabulous day. And yeah, Yada Geegu Wabukunyura, welcome to Wabu Country. And now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a musical performance here. I have my Yidaki on a stand, I have a bass drum on the ground, and I've got a djembe drum between my legs. So we shall see how this goes. Thank you.
Jack, for your acknowledgement of country and wonderful performance. It is now my absolute pleasure to welcome Professor Alex Zelinsky AO, our Vice-Chancellor and President, to the stage. For those of you who don't know what a Vice-Chancellor is, essentially he is like the CEO of our university, shaping its vision, direction and future. His leadership has brought remarkable equity and ranking results to our university, but what truly stands out is his dedication to our students' well-being, safety, experience and success. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zelinsky.
Good morning, or everyone I should say now. It's good afternoon, no, it's still good morning. And thank you, Nicole. So Nicole's our MC Day, a student MC, and this just what shows the sort of opportunities you have when you come to university. You get to do things which are a little bit different, put you out of the comfort zone. But isn't she doing a great job? Let's give her a big round of applause, yes. And also to Jack Chambers, who did our welcome to country, and he also did the played with his 3 instruments simultaneously. Unbelievable. So well done to Jack again. Yes. And to all of you, welcome to Semester 1, 2026. To our returning students, I can see a few familiar faces out there. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful break and you're ready for the year ahead. To our first year students, congratulations on starting your degree. This marks a really exciting part of the next chapter of your life. So it's a very warm welcome to you. And also to our new international students. I can see there's a few of them here as well this morning. That's wonderful to have you here. And this year is a bit different for us. We've introduced a new academic year, which means we've started university a bit earlier, but it will create an opportunity in the mid-year for you to be able to travel, do experiences such as the New Colombo plan, and also to gain practical experiences for your degrees with career-ready placements. So one of the big things our university is really proud of is we really want to make sure we can build real-world skills for you as our graduates and have strong practical knowledge when you go out into the workforce. As Nicole mentioned, we are a top-rated university, top 1% in the world, and well within the top 250. The thing that sets us apart is our values. Values is what you stand for. So we are very much about equity, which really means there's a place for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are and what your background is, or if you've got any disabilities or social disadvantages, you're absolutely welcome here to our university. Of course, we embrace excellence. That's what an excellent university does. Sustainability, that's one of the core values the students are telling us. They want our university to be a leader in climate change and making the world a better place and more sustainable. And of course, we're very engaged, which means we are a university for our regions, and we really embrace our local community. And when we say regions, we think of not just here, Newcastle and Central Coast, but also the Pacific and Asia. I personally grew up in a city similar to Newcastle, a place called Wollongong. And I actually saw what the education institution can do for the local community and what a difference it makes for people to get a job. And it's really what sets us apart as regional universities is that nearly half of our students are first in family to attend university. What a big change that makes to families. And also we are the sector leader for Indigenous student enrolments. So we have more Indigenous students than any other Australian university. We graduate more doctors, nurses, teachers, speech pathologists than any other university. One of the other important points is that we also support the UN Sustainability Development Goals. That's the United Nations goals, SDGs you may have heard. There's 17 of them, and we are very proud to be a part of that. The university hosts a United Nations Training and Outreach Centre here in Australia. So this is the only UN centre in Australia. And in fact, when you go to the front of the campus, you'll see us flying a UN flag, the only university that does that. So you can get involved in those things and help the university and Australia and the world to become more sustainable. A university education can open all sorts of doors, and people might think that it's a ticket to a job. I actually think a university qualification from Newcastle is a passport to a career, and it really will make a difference for you. And throughout your studies, you can learn and be challenged, grow and celebrate your great achievements together with your peers, families, friends and supporters. I'll just give you two examples of people I've met who have graduated from our university and have gone on to great things. Jessica Buck, she's a young lady from Norah Head. She did biomedical science with us. She was an Indigenous lady. She did really well and became the first Australian Aboriginal student to study for a PhD at Oxford University. She's since come back and leads the Kids Research Institute for looking into childhood cancer programs. What an amazing program, person who's first in family and went on to do great things. So anyone here can do the same thing. Also, I'd like to point out Tarun Gupta. He was an international student, came to Newcastle in the late 90s and studied here with us. He then joined Lend-Lease, and today he's CEO of Stockland. Stockland is one of Australia's largest property companies, and for an international student to be able to lead an Australian top 50 company in the stock exchange shows just what anyone can do here if they've studied with us and really go forward and make a difference. So there's 200,000 alumni from our university. Many of them are very open to talking to you as new students and to tell you and share with their experiences. So we do have a thing called Leading Conversations, which is a podcast, but there's also ways to connect with our alumni. Many of them want to give back and be able to give you opportunities to do career-ready placements or even do some mentoring with you. So take that opportunity if it's given to you. Now, a little bit of advice from me as a Vice-Chancellor to our first-year students. First year at university is something you only get one chance to experience, so make the most of it. Now, I do want you to go to your lectures, tutorials and labs. It's really basic, pretty basic advice, but there's a very good correlation between attendance to classes and student success. So you get into good habits and it sets you up very well. But there's also other things that go on outside of class. And in fact, here today, here at this festival here, we've got all the clubs and societies here. Have a look, talk to them and think about joining a club. This is a great way to meet friends and make friends. There's things such as badminton, mountaineering, football, film society, even a DJ club. So there's something for everyone. And look, if there's a club here that isn't fitting your needs, you can start your own club. We actually support that and encourage that to people and they can be cultural clubs as well. So many of our international students form clubs for their country where they've come from. So that's wonderful to see. But always remember that it's a great place to meet friends. Some of my closest friends are still from my days at university. I'm still close to them and they've stayed with me all my life. And they're very powerful connections that you can utilise. But always remember, our university student services are here to support you throughout your studies. And sometimes we don't ask for help when we should, so please come forward and ask for help. And we're very dedicated to helping you to have a rewarding, safe and positive experience. To all our students, each of you has got their own reason to be here. Create your own moments, make friends for life, and also don't forget your student voice. We have a survey called SFUN that'll be surveying in about a month. We always want to hear what you've got to say because we listen to you and then we play back, make changes based on your feedback. And there's great associations like UNSA and University of Newcastle Students Association who are here to represent you as well. So I'm wishing you a fantastic year and want to say thank you. Now, I'm just spotted in the audience a local member of Parliament, and Honourable Pat Conroy is a minister, actually, Minister for Defence Industries and also Minister for the Pacific and Communities. And there's also someone, Sharon's here as well. Look, I can't see her. Where is she? There she is. Come on up. I want the two of our local MPs to come up and maybe give also a welcome to the university and give them a big hello and maybe you can share a few words with us and welcome our students here to the university. So Pat Conroy is a cabinet minister and it's a very important role here and That's good. Very happy to have you here, Pat. So over to you. Put you on the spot.
Oh, thanks, VC. I wasn't expecting this. You don't need to hear from politicians today, but I just want to echo one thing from the VC, which is this is a great opportunity for you. Enjoy it, embrace it, find things that interest you and that you're passionate about, because I guarantee you, your greatest success in life will be finding a passion and pursuing that rather than following a course someone else, a parent, a teacher, a politician has told you you should follow. So please follow your passions, enjoy it. And just to spruik what officers are here for, you each live in a federal electorate. If you have any issues with government bureaucracy, whether it's taxation, Centrelink in terms of Austudy, anything like that, immigration, please contact your local MP. We're here to help. It's not about politics. We need to help you regardless of who you vote for or whether you can vote. Please use your local officers if you need some assistance. But otherwise, have a great year and welcome to the uni.
Thank you, Minister Conroy. That was wonderful and great as member for Shortland. We've also got another, our true local MP here for the university, the member for Newcastle, Sharon Clayton, whose absence also the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. Very important role. So welcome back to the university, Sharon. You're always here to support us. So maybe a few words.
Very, very brief. Thanks. It does feel like a second home, and just congratulations to everyone who's decided to make the University of Newcastle your place of choice for study. It's a really excellent campus. We really love being able to support the work that's done here, and we've got a lot of exciting plans for the future for this university. And I cannot sort of lend more weight to the messages that are given about following your passion. I enrolled in university to become an anthropologist. Had no idea I would end up in the Australian Parliament, but it was an amazing course. I loved it, and I did that profession for a long time where I was incredibly happy. So we spent a lot of time at work. I've never had a 9-to-5 job in my life. And the only suggestion I have is that if you're going to spend that much time doing something, make sure it's something you love. So congratulations everyone, it's a real blast to be here. Happy O Week, and I look forward to catching up with you around the traps at the university or if you drop into the office. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor Pat Conroy and Sharon Clayton for that inspiring welcome. Your message about making the most of first year, saying yes to opportunities, getting involved on campus and building friendships really captures what this week and your student journey is all about. And those alumni stories are such a powerful reminder that the journey you're all starting today can lead to truly amazing places. Now, continuing that focus on the student experience, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome Imogen Reid, current President of the University of Newcastle Students Association, who is here to share how students can get involved, connect, and have their voices heard. Please welcome Imogen Reid.
Hi everyone, I now suddenly have a few hard acts to follow instead of just one. So thank you Nicole for the welcome, and thank you to Professor Alex Zelinsky AO for your welcome and for setting the tone for 2026, and to Jack for that amazing acknowledgement to country. So my name is Imogen Reid, and I have the privilege of serving the student body as your student president for 2026. And it is an honour to welcome all of you, our new and returning students, to our Callaghan campus, and I believe we have some online students as well. So whether this is your very first week at university, your very first week of a new program at university, or you're a returning student, it's genuinely grateful to have you here and be starting the year together on such a wonderful and amazing day. Being part of this community means you're not doing university alone, and that's where UNSA, so your student association, comes in. We exist to represent you, support you, and help you shape the kind of university that you want to have. So we have a Student Representative Council made up of elected students from across different portfolios, campuses and equity groups. That includes our equity guilds and officers who have students from a wide range of backgrounds and identities. And for those of you based here at Newcastle, you have a Newcastle campus convener, Ben, who is here to represent the interests of the Newcastle campus. So, UNSA, we run events, engagement activities, and also one of my personal favourites, help support the clubs. Clubs are honestly one of the best parts of student life. They're where you meet people, try new things, and build connections. We have sporting clubs, social clubs, academic clubs, creative clubs, and pretty much anything else. And you'll see a lot of them around today in the hall and behind me. We also have another exciting thing for UNSA at the Callaghan campus. We do have a new building opening up. So I hope I'll see many of you at our UNSA HQ launch next week. It's going to be a great new, fully student-focused space, coffee machine, and all the other fun things. And at the heart of all of what UNSA does, we have a shared commitment to building a community that reflects the values that the VC mentioned earlier: equity, engagement, excellence, and sustainability. UNSA works closely with the university to make sure those values aren't just words, but things that you feel in your day-to-day experience here. So I know there's already been a fair bit of advice thrown at you guys, but I had 3 more to give from me. So the first one was to discover university is a place of learning, and it's also where you'll learn a lot about yourself. Academia can be flexible, and you should feel encouraged to follow your passions. Take your first year to explore different subjects and interests. For those of you coming straight from high school, I know it can be very daunting to kind of be putting a lot of time and investment in picking a course straight away when you maybe don't know everything that's out there. So please do enjoy your study and follow what interests you, even if that might change. There are many opportunities to grow, and learning should be an ongoing process. The second bit of advice is to enjoy university, and the way you experience it should be tailored to you. Whether you're full-time, part-time, working alongside your studies, or caring for a family, find the balance that feels right for your life. Your studies matter, but it's also important to recognise that in the world that we live in, we don't have the privilege, most of us, to be just students. Most of us are juggling a whole range of responsibilities to ourselves and to others. So please be kind to yourself, reach out if you need support, and allow yourself to enjoy your time here. The third one is to be involved. Outside of the university academics, there's so many different opportunities to sort of learn and develop yourself, such as the Student Representative Council, being a club exec, there's career service programs and leadership programs. Something that I shared yesterday as well is that I used to have the biggest fear of public speaking. If you asked me 5 years ago what my #1 fear was, it would be that. But practice can help you, and it's kind of taking those opportunities and saying yes for things. And that can be one of the really big things that shape, and you might find your different interests outside of your studies. So for the final note, UNSA is here for you in your entirety of your student experience. We provide the fun events, places to connect, places to develop skills, and also the advocacy. And we can always help you navigate and point you in the direction of where you need to go. So welcome everyone to 2026, and welcome to our university community. Thank you.
Thank you, Imogen. It's always great to hear directly from the student voice. Thank you for reminding us of the importance of connection, involvement, and speaking up as they contribute to shaping our university experience. Your leadership and advocacy on behalf of students make a real difference to our student journey, and we're grateful for the work yourself and UNSA does to support students across all campuses. I'd now like to invite Imogen and the Vice-Chancellor back onto the stage for a quick Q&A. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
So we're going to run through 4 questions, and each of these questions were submitted by students earlier this week, so they're coming directly from the student voice. Let's get started. Vice-Chancellor, we'll start with you. Question 1. What's one thing you would change immediately to improve the student experience at the University of Newcastle?
Okay, that's a very good question. So we should always be improving things, and that's why we do the surveys, to get feedback. So This year, the calendar's a bit different, so we want to get some feedback on how that could be changed. I've got a sense we should move it back a week if we can, and that's maybe something we'll look at for next year. So that's something we do something. But there's also a email newsletter called The Know. And I actually like that because it's actually a single source of information we can use. And I think that's important. And but also, for example, always interested in hearing from students directly. So if you see me wandering around the campus, you can always come up and say hello and tell me what's going well or what's troubling you. I always looked at Imogen. So Imogen gave a great speech earlier, and she provides feedback. For example, down the Central Coast, we wanted more 24/7 access, and they advocated for that. So we're always looking to improve things. So thank you. Maybe Imogen, you might want to think about some things. What should we improve?
Thank you, Alex, and definitely agree with those. And always, I think there's definitely a myriad of reasons. It's quite complex what might be affecting the students. But I did mention this yesterday once I wasn't sure what to say, and I think I definitely soft launched again that magic wand. I don't know where our statements are, but it would be great if education was free. I think that would definitely improve a lot of things in the student experience if we didn't have to graduate with debt. And another thing would be if we didn't have to juggle so many things. But
Thank you both so much, and it's very important to fill out the S-Fund survey. That's extremely important. I make sure to fill it out every semester, so jump on, give your feedback, don't be afraid. It's completely anonymous, and your feedback is truly valued. Question 2. Making friends can be one of the hardest part of starting uni. What are some simple, realistic ways students can meet people and build connections on campus, especially if they're a bit shy? Imogen, you can go first.
So definitely clubs. A lot of clubs have that main purpose of sort of connecting people and that social connection and making friends. So definitely recommend going along to some club events. I think that's one of the most easiest sort of ways you can kind of go along to events and clubs that are of your interest. The other thing would also be, like with UNSA, we've got Funds of Friends, which I went along to yesterday in the Central Coast, and that was really, really fun. I had a table with Abigail and Mia, and we just chatted for like 2 hours and made connections. So definitely recommend going to things like that where you can network. Other things is if you're showing up to a lecture or even waiting outside a classroom, if you just ask someone, because everyone's going to be in the same boat as you, is this the right classroom? Can I sit with you? That can kind of be an immediate friend right there. So. Vice-Chancellor?
Oh, okay. Look, look, I think starting uni for the first time, if there's no one in your family who's gone to uni, you don't know many people here already, I think the key is to just be yourself, firstly, and maybe start small. Maybe if you're lining up for a coffee and someone in the coffee queue, you might say hi, or talk a little bit about the coffee, and etc. So it's just a way of actually just starting conversations. I think Imogen's right. Join a club or society. There's a lot here to choose from. We've got over 100 clubs and societies and over 24 sporting clubs. So it's a wonderful way to get involved. And as I said, maybe you can even start your own club. But that's a shared interest. And I think the other part that Imogen said, going to class. If you go to class, you'll start to see familiar faces. So those familiar faces, you can start having a conversation, just saying good morning or hello, and just talking a little bit about the work that's been presented, and very quickly you might find a study mate or a friend you can actually discuss things that are going on, and from there it can lead to other things. And lastly, I think just get involved in the university. I think there's so many things happening, and don't be afraid to come up to staff as well, because staff can be your friends too. It's not just students who are becoming friends. There's some wonderful staff members here who really love supporting people to grow, and friendships can form. Thank you.
Wonderful answers, and it's so true. Asking someone for help can really spark a conversation. And how good do you feel when somebody asks you for your advice or a piece of information and you can point them in the right direction or help them in some small way? It feels good, and if you can find the confidence to ask for help, I'm sure you'll get a really good reception. So question 3, Vice-Chancellor, we'll start with you this time. If you were starting university again today, what's one thing you would do differently?
Look, I was probably very much concentrated on my academic side, trying to go to class and do things, and was kind of less involved in things outside the classroom. And looking back, I think I wish I did a bit more of that. The activities I did do were very rewarding. Probably thinking about, I was just a diligent student, so I'd like to do my work. But that's only part of what university life is. It's the other part. And I got to taste it, but I think looking back, I could have probably been a bit more open. And also talking like to, for example, you're a student who's, Australian-born student, so you would call you a domestic student. We also have international students. It's amazing if you say hello to some of the international students and say, hey, how are you? Who are you? And before you know it, you get to experience a whole new culture, maybe even different foods, ideas, and wonderful friendships start. And same for the international students. There is a sense that sometimes you like to hang out with students from your own country or where you've come, same region, and that's great as well, but also just don't be afraid to reach out to the non-international students, so to everybody else. So this is just a great way just not to step out of your comfort zone and do something you probably wouldn't always do. Just push yourself a little bit. So I don't think I did enough of that when I was younger.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Imogen, would you like to add anything?
I feel like pretty much said it. I think in my first year it was obviously a bit hard. It was a COVID year, so made definitely that a bit difficult, but definitely to take those opportunities. But I do like the point on, I probably would have wished to do maybe some more of the activities that are out of my comfort zone. Obviously it's really good to go to club events and things that are in your interest, but what about something, like a sporty one that maybe not very good at? I think in my third year I did try netball. I think it would be good to try in my first year as well, things like that. So.
Thank you, Imogen. And I think we can all agree that the Vice-Chancellor being a diligent student definitely paid off. A round of applause for the Vice-Chancellor. Our final question, Imogen, we'll start with you this time. What's something students often don't realise they can have a say in, but absolutely should?
So my answer to this is literally anything and everything you guys have a say in. So that can be to infrastructure, a pothole, bad car park, literally anything like that. If it's based with your education, there's student representatives that sit on internal committees like Senate within the university, so that can always get funneled up to them as well if it's about how your programs run, anything academic, and obviously if it's anything outside like the study classrooms as well, you can always come to the SRC and we can advocate. So pretty much anything that you're affecting, whether it's even an idea of an improvement, you guys can also come up with ideas or sort of highlight problems.
Thank you, Imogen. Vice-Chancellor, would you like to add anything?
Oh, look, I think Imogen's said it well. I would just say also make sure there's chances for written feedback, like the S-Fund survey. Also the course evaluation surveys of the way the subjects are taught. We're always keen to know how we can teach better, how to make a better student experience. So your voice matters in all those things. And just a good example of this is, you may have noticed there is a university student bar on the campus called Bar on the Hill. That used to be kind of a private venture, and the students gave us feedback. They thought it was time to turn it back into something much more student-facing, and that's what we've done, and it's become very successful. And I think tomorrow night there's a big concert, right?
Yes.
So is it Hockey Dad?
Yeah.
Hockey Dad doesn't sound like a band, but anyway, it's going to be there. I think there's still tickets available, so turn up and participate. But that's why that venue exists in the form it is, based on student feedback.
Thank you so much to Imogen and our Vice-Chancellor for taking the time to answer those questions and for sharing your insights with our students today. That brings us to the end of the campus welcome, but the fun is far from over. The Welcome Week Expo is happening right now, so make sure you take the time to explore the stalls, meet new people, join a club or society, and connect with support services. You can also grab some freebies and soak up the atmosphere. On behalf of the University of Newcastle, thank you for joining us today. We're so excited to have you here. We wish you an incredible semester in trimester 1, and we can't wait to see everything you achieve. Thank you.